It's your boy Famous Fees, Clutch Sports Talk. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. It's all Famous Fees. Follow the YouTube page. Right here with my man
Jansen Harris with Just Good Network. Like, comment, subscribe below on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Oh, follow us on Instagram.
Oh, absolutely. Get the follows, get the likes, share it, do all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So check it out. Question for the day. Should the Atlanta Hawks go all in and try to trade for Anthony Davis?
I think it's going to happen. Is Thomas Sleep going to be like, okay, let's make this? No, he's not going to do it. But should they? Yes, absolutely. They should put their eggs in that basket, because I look at LA, that's not going to happen. They're not going to just give him to LA. And then I look at the Knicks. The Knicks have the 3rd pick, but that's just about it. And it rhymed. Give me a clap for that one. And then I look at Boston. They don't seem eager to make this happen. It's not like they're like, woo, we want to get AD. They should. They would be the best option, I feel like. They have the most pieces and assets, but I think they're scared of the Jason Tatum thing. And on the low, New Orleans is like, look, we're not pulling that trigger unless we get Tatum. Now I look at the Hawks and the pieces they have. Trae Young, wouldn't trade him. He should be untouchable. I look at John Collins, who's a potential all-star who can be a 2010 guy. I would put him, I match it up with the 8th pick and the 10th pick and say, hey, New Orleans, how do you feel about this? Your guy's going to walk anyways, and I think that trade could happen. If you want to throw in Kevin Huerter, and if they want Kent Bazemore, who wants the contract, I don't know, throw him in there too.
Trae is the only person that I wouldn't trade off that team. Give him Bazemore, give him Collins. They get 2 picks. I mean, now you got the 1st, the 8th, and the 10th, along with Bazemore and Collins. I mean, they're likely going to pick Zion. So, I mean, they could actually build a legit squad with that. I mean, there's no reason why Atlanta shouldn't. Atlanta should mortgage the entire Steck Farm Arena to get a superstar. They just never have it. They need somebody to come in here and carry their team.
Do you think New Orleans would actually entertain it? I know that the producer, they put in this question. Do you think they would like entertain it? Like, if that deal on the table, do you think it's worth them entertaining?
I think they would. I mean, with the draft picks to go along with the players, I mean, those are quality players, like good role pieces to go along with. I mean, if they're really going to try to actually mortgage a future along with Zion, then they need more pieces. Like, you get some veterans in there, some youth to go along with them, nice draft picks. I think they actually, I wouldn't, like, I'd be surprised if they didn't at least listen.
Yeah, and to me, the Hawks, this is your opportunity to make a splash. Because when I look at Kawhi Leonard, that's not going to happen. I look at Kevin Durant, it's delusional. It's not going to happen. He's not going there either. Klay Thompson's not going there. And the other big names, they don't want to go to Atlanta. They want to go to the cities like LA, and they want to go to New York, bigger markets. They don't want to come down south. So why not be like, hey, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, he's established as in, not established star, but we could see the star budding at him after that first year. Yeah. Now, Zion Williamson, he hasn't been proven yet. We all think he's going to be great. I know I do. But it's not like he's proven talent. He could be a bust. Anthony Davis could be like, you know what, I'm not waiting around. Because they're hoping they can convince him, David Griffin's hoping they can convince him to stay. And I don't think that's going to happen. So if I'm the Hawks, I say, put your eggs in that basket. This trade could happen. I think this is logical for the Hawks. It could build them up, and they could easily, with those 2 pieces, compete in the 2nd round and maybe the Eastern Conference Finals if they could make that trade happen. People might call that crazy, but I think if Anthony Davis was paired up with Trae Young, they could make the Eastern Conference Finals next year.
I mean, it would be extremely difficult to stop that. I mean, Trae has already proven that he can get to the hole, he can distribute. I mean, he's really coming to his own. It took him a little minute to get going, and now he looks just like Oklahoma Trae. I mean, you put Anthony Davis out there with him, possibly Kawhi leaving Toronto, that's going to leave the East wide open. All you're going to have to do is figure out how to stop the Greek Freak, which clearly Toronto showed you how to do it.
And exactly, we don't know what Milwaukee's going to be next year. We don't know what the Sixers, they're a mess to me. They're like Sixers and Boston to me are the same damn team. We don't know what's going on. The East is always wide. Ever since LeBron left, the East is wide open. So I'm saying, Atlanta, if you're listening, if you're listening, make this trade offer, because if it happens, you could find yourself competing for an Eastern Conference championship next year.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, make the trade happen, give them whatever they want, give them the Dominique Wilkins statue, give up everything except Trae. Make it happen.